Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news. Hope you and your Hou Chengyue Wang Yiran are such a great couple in the short drama. Love takes flight at 30,000 feet. How one short drama hooked an entire fandom. As a die-hard fan of short dramas, nothing could have prepared me for the emotional turbulence that 30,000 feet of secret love delivered. Starring Wang Yiran as the calm, commanding pilot and Hou Chengyue as the sharp yet secretly vulnerable air traffic controller, this series didn't just entertain, it pulled me into a nosedive of obsession. And I loved every second. The concept is deceptively simple, two professionals navigating high-pressure skies while quietly circling their own emotional baggage. But within minutes, the script takes off. Witty banter one moment, tearful silences the next. The chemistry? Off the charts. The stakes? Personal, yet sky high. One line from the pilot: "Even when you're silent, I still hear you," had me audibly gasping on the subway. It's not just a romance. It's a battle between duty and desire, logic and longing. Their interactions, tense radio calls layered with hidden feelings, make every episode feel like a landing that almost didn't happen. You laugh at the clumsy confessions, you tear up at their quiet sacrifices, and just when you think you've figured it out, the story hits you with a plot twist mid-air. By the finale, I didn't just ship the characters. I respected them. I felt like I'd lived with them through storms, missed signals, and moments of absolute clarity. This drama isn't just about love in the skies, it's about connection in chaos. If you've ever wanted to believe that something extraordinary can grow quietly in the most high-stakes places, watch this. You'll never look at the clouds the same way again. From turbulent love to tender triumph, the on-screen magic of Wang Yiran and Hou Chengyue. After falling hard for 30,000 feet of secret love, I thought I'd experienced the full emotional altitude of Wang Yiran and Hou Chengyue's on-screen chemistry. I was wrong. Binge-watching their latest two dramas, Whispered Secrets in My Palm and Deliberate Possession, left me breathless in a whole new way. These dramas don't play it safe. They dive headfirst into emotional extremes. Heartbreak one moment, heart-melting sweetness the next. Yes, both stories wrap up with happy endings, but the journey getting there? Absolutely stormy. And that's what makes it irresistible. In Whispered Secrets in My Palm, a story wrapped in quiet longing and personal sacrifice, every glance between the leads feels loaded with meaning. There's something painfully beautiful in the way they hold back, like love is a secret they're both terrified to say out loud. It's delicate, poetic, and achingly human. Then Deliberate Possession flips the tone entirely. Here, the obsession is bold, the desire intense, yet underneath it all is a fragile need to be truly seen. Their performances stretch the boundary between passion and control, leaving the audience questioning, how far is too far when love becomes territorial? The real power of Wang Yiran and Hou Chengyue lies not just in their acting, though that alone is magnetic, but in their ability to create emotional landscapes where viewers feel everything. Laughter, shock, empathy, hope. These are more than just love stories. They're emotional roller coasters that leave you changed. And somehow, every time the credits roll, I find myself asking the same question: what will they do to my heart next? Whispered Secrets in My Palm, sweet, scheming, and surprisingly addictive. Sugar overload warning. Whispered Secrets in My Palm may follow familiar romantic tropes, but thanks to the undeniable chemistry between Hou Chengyue and Wang Yiran, it becomes a deliciously binge-worthy delight. Hou Chengyue plays Suni, a sharp-tongued, emotionally bruised film director who gets cheated on by her boyfriend. Instead of wallowing, she crafts a revenge plan that's straight out of a melodrama: seduce her ex's powerful cousin to get even. Only, there's a tiny twist: she accidentally sets her sights on the uncle instead. The enigmatic, coldly charismatic Fugidu, portrayed with steely charm by Wang Yiran. What unfolds is a classic mutual exploitation setup. Suni needs a powerful man to humiliate her ex. Fugidu needs a woman to fend off family pressure, but their fake relationship quickly spirals into something very real. Cue the slow glances, accidental brushes of the hand, and an avalanche of sweet talking that should come with a dentist's warning. The brilliance of the drama doesn't lie in originality. The scheming couple who fall in love plot is hardly new, but in how effortlessly Chengyue and Yiran sell it. Suni is fiery yet vulnerable, Fugidu is distant but devastatingly gentle when it matters. Together, they light up every frame. What starts as calculated becomes chaotic, then tender, then utterly addictive. And even though the destination is predictable, yes, there's a happy ending. The emotional turbulence on the way is what makes the journey unforgettable. Whispered Secrets in My Palm is the kind of drama that makes you laugh at its absurdity one moment, clutch your chest the next, and binge 3 episodes before realizing it's 2 a.m. Whispered Secrets in My Palm, a love story pulled between fire and ice. What happens when bold meets cold? In Whispered Secrets in My Palm, sparks fly in all the most unexpected ways. This short drama might flirt with cliché, but it's the masterful contrast between the leads and their aching emotional pull that sets it apart. Suni, played with radiant confidence by Hou Chengyue, is a fiery, fearless film director who makes the first move and doesn't stop there. After being betrayed by her boyfriend, she sets out to seduce his so-called cousin for revenge, only to end up chasing the wrong man. Fugidu, his aloof uncle, known in medical circles as a monk-like genius, distant, disciplined, and emotionally untouchable. Wang Yiran's portrayal of Fugidu is a revelation. He exudes a cold, clinical calm, his every movement measured. Yet beneath the surface lies a man slowly unraveling, not in weakness, but in warmth. As Suni's charm and relentless honesty chip away at his defenses, he begins to soften. And it's not just him changing. Suni, too, transforms. Her beauty and bravado hide a vulnerable heart learning to love, not to win, but to heal. What makes this drama addictive isn't just the enemies to lovers' tension or the steamy near kisses. It's the emotional push and pull, the extremes of restraint and recklessness, tenderness and turmoil. The couple's opposite natures create a magnetic tension, a kind of emotional tug-of-war that leaves viewers breathless. Whispered Secrets in My Palm isn't just about revenge or romance. It's about transformation. 2 flawed people colliding, challenging each other, and finally choosing to grow together. It's dramatic. It's funny. And it just might leave your heart a little warmer. Deliberate Possession, a dream-bound love story with shadows beneath the surface. Deliberate Possession dares to tread where fantasy meets psychological warfare, a twisted, dream-laced tale of love, deception, and emotional survival. While the premise is undeniably surreal, the drama's emotional resonance and brooding performances pull you in. Wang Yiran steps into the role of Liu Bi, a powerful CEO haunted not just by illness but by a love he can only touch through dreams. Each night, he meets Zhang Wanning, the woman he cherishes not in reality, but in a fragile, ephemeral dreamscape. In his waking life, she's out of reach. In dreams, she is his lifeline. Enter Liu Qingzhao, Bi's family doctor, calm, calculated, and quietly menacing. Upon discovering Liu Bi's dependency on Zhang Wanning, he begins to manipulate her, hoping to undermine Bi by turning the one person he relies on into a weapon. At first, Zhang Wanning is drawn in by Qingzhao's calm logic and gentle care. But as layers peel away and shadows deepen, she starts to see the truth, not just about Liu Qingzhao, but about her own heart. In a powerful emotional awakening, she chooses to fight back alongside Liu Bi. Though the narrative occasionally dips into melodrama, the central relationship carries weight. Zhang Wanning's emotional arc from confusion to clarity makes her a heroine worth rooting for. And Wang Yiran's portrayal of a man caught between helplessness and devotion adds a quiet desperation that lingers. Deliberate Possession isn't just about love, it's about what we hold on to when everything else slips away. It's a dark fairy tale with a beating heart, and while not perfect, it offers something rare, a romance that grows not through grand gestures, but through survival, choice, and clarity. Deliberate Possession, obsession, redemption, and a dream-bound romance. Deliberate Possession is a wild ride, and not always in a good way. The drama starts off with a premise that teeters between fantasy and psychological thriller. Liu Bi, a powerful CEO played by Wang Yiran, suffers from a mysterious illness that allows him to see the woman he loves, Zhang Wanning, only in his dreams. It's poetic, haunting, and also a little unhinged. In the early episodes, Liu Bi's obsessive tendencies verge on the disturbing. His overwhelming need for control and emotional possession feels more nightmare than dream. It's the kind of toxic devotion that, when imagined in real life, makes you want to bolt in the opposite direction. At one point, it nearly had me dropping the show altogether, but and it's a big but if you hold on past the emotional chaos, the drama redeems itself. Once the misunderstandings are cleared and the manipulative third party, the scheming Dr. Liu King's Hou, is exposed, the story shifts. Suddenly, the emotional fog lifts. The love story becomes sweet? Surprisingly, yes. And when the couple finally starts showing affection without all the trauma, the kisses, the teasing, it feels like a reward. As for Wang Yiran and Hou Chengyue, their chemistry is undeniable. These two know how to kiss on screen like it's second nature, natural, unforced, and totally swoon-worthy. It's no wonder fans are already chanting for them to reunite again, and again, and again. Deliberate possession might not be everyone's cup of tea, especially if you're sensitive to possessive love tropes, but it's proof that even the most twisted stories can find a soft, sugary landing.